You can change your family's entire financial history, and you can do that while your parents are still here to watch you. If this sentence sounds dramatic to you, well, it is safe for me to assume that you have not grown up seeing your mother count the days to the next salary. Or you have never watched your father's face when people come down knocking at your door for the overdues. But in case you know how this looks and you want to get rid of this feeling, this video is for you. But then, who am I to teach you all of that? Let me build some credibility here. I started teaching tuitions at the age of 13 to fund my own education. I had no pocket money because my family was going through some shit time and all I had was my education to support my further education. I used to teach tuitions so that I could pay my own school and tuition fees. I remember that my fees around that time was around 2000, and that's how much approximately I was earning when I was teaching kindergarten and first, second or third grade students. After my class 10th, I did a diploma because I wanted to get skilled quickly so that I could support my family. Now, all through my diploma, I kept taking the teaching gigs to earn money and save it further for my diploma fees, which at that time was to be paid yearly. So the entire year, I would save money so that I could pay my diploma fees. So that's how that 3-year cycle looked for me. And mind you, I did all of that while maintaining my grades and educating myself properly. By the time I reached the last semester of my diploma, I had secured a good paying placement even before most kids of my age started a hobby. I got a job. It wasn't my dream job, but at that time it was more important than a dream. It was a job that paid my bills. My family was going through a shitty time and someone had to start pulling us out. So I did. I started supporting my family, I started supporting my own education, my brother's education, and I did all of that through the job that paid me. And sure, it took me time and a lot of career up downs, but today I have 6 figures saved. Recently I invested money in a business, I have an agency running, and my own brand is building on the top of it all. And all of it as a woman who had zero safety net from family. So no, I'm not going to sit here and give you some generic advices for the sake of making this video. I am making this video because I lived through all of these things. And I want you to skip the years that it took me to figure it out. And I'm sitting here as your elder sister guiding you through it. So if you're convinced now and you truly want to build financial independence for yourself, here are the 5 things you need to start doing immediately. Number 1, accept the brutal and the powerful truth. Here's the first thing. Accept the truth that you are not privileged and only you can change your life. I know it is exhausting to hear that, but it is also powerful at the same time. It's exhausting because there's this realization that nobody is going to save you and nobody is going to do the work for you. Clearly, your parents, your relatives, your friends are not going to do anything for you. It is always going to be you. It is exhausting because that means that there will be no one left to blame if things go wrong. And blaming has always been the easy way out. But you don't have that option. On the contrary, it is the most powerful thing you will accept. Because once you start owning your reality, you will stop waiting to be saved. And waiting is the most expensive thing that you can do with nothing on your plate. No, sure, waiting doesn't cost you money, but it costs you time. And time is something you don't get back. So accept this fact that you're starting from nothing, and also accept that just because your parents didn't have money doesn't mean that you can't have it either. Their life experiences, their life story is not a prophecy about your life unless you let it be. So accept your truth and get ready to change that. Once you accept the brutal truth of your life, I want you to act like the master of your life. Stop treating your life as something happening to you and start treating yourself like a project that you are personally invested in. And just like a project, I want you to also think critically about the budget you are operating in, the milestones you need, and the regular review and reflection of your life as if you are doing a project management. It's because I don't want you to simply live by the hope and start winging your life. That's the foolproof plan to failure, especially when you don't have anything, especially when you're not financially strong. You don't have the luxury to do that. That's why you have to learn how to plan your life. I still remember the days when I used to get the salary from my first job. Then the first thing I would do is start doing this maths calculation behind a notebook wherein I'll write the amount that I got as a salary, then I would deduct the rent I had to pay, then I would deduct that what are the savings I'm going to make for my education, how much money am I going to spend in my travel from office to back home, how much will the groceries cost, and then whatever was left, even if it was like a 500 rupees, I would then invest it. That is how critical I want you to get with money. You have to start doing the same. You have to understand the budget you are operating in, and you have to do all of that while your friends are getting the pocket money from their family to go and party. I know it's going to sting, but what can we do about it? So do the maths of your life and adjust as you go. Because I don't want you to just survive a month and then call it a plan. That's ridiculous. So start treating yourself as you are the CEO, the employee, and the product all at once. Start acting like someone who has got their skin in the game, because literally you do. And no, I don't want you to get another degree so that you can put it on a frame on a wall. I mean, educate yourself on the subjects that nobody has cared to put in the syllabus. And right now, the best thing that you can do is to educate yourself on the fact that how internet works, how creators are building audiences and income. That does not depend on any employer's mood, and how money actually flows in this economy. And if you're educated, that's good. Then you can start stacking these skills on the top of your education. I see it left, right, and center how youngsters aren't doing their bachelors and they're getting head straight into this game of making money, and they're doing incredible. Why? Because they have understood the type of skills that they need to learn in order to be making money on the internet. And I don't think that there is anything wrong or unethical with this. I think it is the need of the hour to understand and start working with it. So your skills could be content creation, writing, trading, whatever. You can start freelancing. And now, how are you going to start freelancing? What are the skills you should be learning in 2026 so that they are monetized is everything that I've covered in this video. So then make sure you go and watch it as soon as you're done with this one. I want you to simply understand that traditional education gives you literacy, but the world is moving at a very fast pace. And you also need to understand the financial literacy and how it is changing today, especially for the world we are living in. Now here's the thing, you can be the most skilled person and certified person in the room, and it will not matter if you don't know how to hold a conversation. It will not matter if you don't know how to negotiate a rate or read a room or handle a rejection without falling apart. See, I wasn't the only best academic student. There were so many talented girls in my class and those I met in diploma, but most of them did not care for these interpersonal skills. They did not care to work on their English. They had no idea about communication, negotiation, emotional regulation, or the ability to build a trust with a stranger in 5 minutes. And these aren't some extra skills. And clearly these aren't the skills you're born with, but these are surely the skills that will get you into the room and make people like you and work with you. So if you're just focused on stacking the certificates and building the monetizable skills, but you're ignoring these interpersonal soft skills, you, my dear friend, are building a house with a great roof but no foundation at all. That's how I see it. And that will make you a failure pretty soon. So don't do that. And last but not the least, start putting yourself out there and network like a crazy person. Girls from small towns right now, with none of the head start you think you are missing, are cashing on the opportunities that you probably don't even know exist. Freelancing, UGC, influencing. There are so many YouTubers and IG creators making money left, right and center. And the fact is that nobody gave them a roadmap either. But they just simply decided that they're gonna put themselves out there publicly even before they felt ready. And now they're making the amount of money that their parents have not collectively seen in their entire life. And if you don't trust me, recently I saw this. Shout out to her. This girl is doing exceptionally well with her finances and she's been transparent enough to share everything. So remember, you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need a 5-year branding strategy. You just need to put your work, your face, your voice, your thoughts all out there. Simply because opportunities will not find you if you're just simply working in private. You have to actually get yourself out there. So one more thing that you can do is network with people. Actually get on calls with them. Have real conversations with real people. Join communities. Keep an eye out for opportunities. Don't be shy anymore, because being shy will not get you anywhere and it will not make you money. But talking to people will. Investing in yourself will. And please, for the love of God, stop wasting your money on the things that internet is making you believe that you need. Again, I see so many youngsters falling into this trap of buying their luxury bags at the age of 2021 when they can barely afford anything else. Like, do you really need to buy that bag? Does it really align with the values or the type of person you want to become? Or are you better off investing that same money in a course or in a community or a skill that is actually going to make you more money in the future? So basically, you don't need to buy everything that the society or the internet influencers are going to convince you to buy. That's their job. And your job is to understand what aligns with you and what not, no matter how much FOMO you are feeling. You don't need that bag. You don't need that phone upgrade. You don't need that outfit for one wedding. Honestly, every time you're spending such money, I want you to ask yourself, are you buying it because it's going to serve you, or you're just scared that how will society perceive you if you don't have it? Because every rupee that you are going to save here is a rupee that you can invest in your future. That's not being frugal. That's a smart girl's mathematics. So now, here it is. One more time. You have the power to change your family's entire situation, starting from nothing. And no, I'm not saying it so that you can feel good about yourself. I have lived through every one of these steps. For women like us, it is built, mostly from scratch. So yeah, now you have the roadmap. Go ahead and build it. And one more thing I want you to do is share this video with a friend you want to build it together with. It's because it's true that when you're going alone, you can go fast, you can go long. And I want to see you winning. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you have got any questions. And with that, I will see you in the next one.